All right, anybody have any questions to begin with? No questions? Yes, a question. I did tell you that because I had already forgot. That's why I told you that. Thank you, Ms. Miles. Ms. Miles has a question about lockdown browser. Does that cost? Do you have to pay for that? There's no way around it?
I mean, you just $15 for the whole year.
For any class or whatever?
Yeah, or it goes to every class.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never paid. It's not like each class.
Wait, who said they've never, Bess has never paid?
I've never had a
Oh yeah, they turn the paper.
Yeah, it's exactly.
It's a new thing?
Save all our money. I think last year was
Last year, Autumn says, okay, sorry about that, Ms. Miles. I apologize. It was my fault, but thank you for reminding me of that. Because that was weird to me that there are different answers to that. Some of you pay and some of you don't. That's odd. Remember that the quiz for last week, I've given y'all an extension on that. If you want to retake it, you don't have to. But if you do, I think it's open through the 28th of September. And that was because I had made a couple of mistakes. I have gone back in now and disabled the function that flags you for not seeing your face or for looking down. I think that should take care of the problem. But y'all keep letting me know. If we keep running into problems, I'll keep doing my best to try to figure it out. You can use paper notes. You can use anything that you printed out or that you have taken yourself. Yes, absolutely. You just can't use your phone or the internet. Everybody clear on that? This is totally intended to be an open note situation. Some of those questions, if it's about a case and you need to look at the case and you printed out the case, that's fine. I've got no problem with that. My thinking on that is that if it makes you go back and look at the materials again, then that's a win for me. So I'm happy with that. And you'll learn more than if you just guessed and didn't have a way to look. We have a quiz due Monday on ethics, very short. It's about 10 questions, not about it is 10 questions, true, false, multiple choice. There are Easter eggs in your outline and in your key terms. I don't know if y'all saw those. We have an animal of the week and we have a color of the week. And later on in this lecture, I'm going to give a fruit of the week. I want to make my online students watch a little bit more than the first 5 minutes of the lecture. So y'all do. If I forget at the end, Ms. Miles, make sure I give y'all today's or this week's fruit. And then you have the personal code of ethics assignment. If you were not here on Tuesday in the lecture video, I go into really good detail on what is expected of you in your personal code of ethics assignment. Anybody start that yet? Have any questions, problems, issues with it? Autumn, already finished with it? No. Okay. All right. So that's due Monday. Any questions on that? All right. Today we are going to talk about some real life ethical situations that you may have faced, you may face, but we'll all have hopefully some good discussion and disagreement on it. I've written these in a way that there should be no clear answer on a lot of them. And the whole purpose of this exercise is to explore the gray areas that exist in ethics. And so we're going to play in the gray, so to speak, today. So the first question I'm going to throw out to everybody is lying wrong? Is lying wrong? Drew, what's your first gut reaction to is lying wrong?
Well, my first gut reaction is it depends.
Say that louder.
It depends.
It depends is a great answer in business law, not just this week, but every week. It depends on what? Situation, like, give me an example.
Like, if you're lying to keep, or to like refrain from hurting someone.
Okay. That might not be wrong.
Right. Or if you're lying just to straight up lie to someone and not tell the truth, then that is wrong. So there's two sides to it.
Anybody in here have children? besides me? Any other parents? You lie to your children?
No.
How about Christmas time? Do you tell them there's somebody coming down the chimney? She chooses to believe that herself. So you didn't tell her that. She learned it somewhere, right? But you just haven't corrected it. Okay, I like it. I like the way y'all are thinking this morning. What about anybody? Well, everybody here may not be a parent, but you have parents. Did you get lied to about Santa Claus? You did, Cody? How do you feel about that? Your parents are big liars. You're okay with it? It's all right now, right? Well, the tooth fairy, that's another big lie. The Easter bunny is a lie. Fellas, y'all have your girlfriends or wives ever ask you how they look in a certain outfit? Do these jeans make my ass look big? Hmm? You got to tell the truth, Keyshawn? You're not going to lie? You got to tell the truth? Anybody disagree with that? Yeah, Mom. You be lying? All right, tell me why.
The truth isn't always the best in every situation.
All right, the truth is not always the best. And I think that's a variation of what Drew is saying, right? It depends. The truth isn't always the best. I like that. Keyshawn. Oh, I thought you were going to add to that. Ladies, would y'all rather date Keyshawn or Davion? I'm just kidding. We're not going to talk about it. Yes, Miss Miles.
Like, is mine wrong? No, in a way, because if a person being like, oh, you like, or like you have a boyfriend or something like that, like you know how they feel approach women. That's when you're like, oh no, my name is Mary. I live in Colorado.
To protect yourself or protect somebody else. All right, so that Drew hit the nail on the head. He gave the answer that I was looking for. It depends, and we can all agree, I think, that it depends somewhat. Let's look at this in the context of some decisions you might have to make at work. First one says, these are posted on your content module. You don't have to pull it up, but if you want to follow along on there, you can. I'm not on the first page. You work at a financial services firm. Your company is pushing sales of a stock that you personally believe is overvalued. Your firm is offering a Hawaii trip to those who sell large amounts. And in sales presentations, you say this is one of the finest investments of its type on the market. I recommend you sign up today. Is that a lie? Davis, is that a lie? All right, read that again. While he's reading it, what do you say, Garrett? Is that a lie? Why not? There's no right or wrong answer. We're going to look at both sides of all these questions. Aiden.
If you think it's like overvalued, but your company firmly believes that this is the best like investment you can make,
Okay.
how are you supposed to prove that they don't think otherwise?
Okay. All right. Y'all hear that? He might think it's overvalued, but he's saying the company maybe knows more than I do. Davis, now what do you think now?
I think he is lying, but he would be bad at his job if he didn't lie.
All right, he's lying, but he'd be bad at his job if he didn't lie. Seth.
I'm assuming he's like a financial advisor. You're being paid to advise somebody, not to get yourself a trick with a lie that is the best on.
Right, so the fact that there is something in it for him creates a little bit of a conflict of interest, right? Conflict of interest are very prevalent. I mean, you see those all the time. And they certainly present a gray area. He might really believe that it's one of the finest investments. That doesn't mean it is, right? Other thoughts on that? What do you think of that, Austin? Austin Clark. Let's do front Austin and back Austin.
You say it's overvalued, but at the same time you recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
It's contradictory.
So that's a problem for you?
Yep.
All right. What about what he actually said? It's one of the finest investments. Can y'all pick apart that language?
That's not a lie. I mean, a lot of people are trying to invest into that.
Okay. What?
So there's other finest finest investments.
Right. Well, like I've got a list of the 1,000 finest investments, right, that made my list. Or there's 10 fine. I mean, it depends. It depends again. I think that there is a difference between, or I might throw out to you, is there a difference between, let's say we're selling a car, and the question is, it's got a V8 engine. That's a fact that we could prove or disprove. Whether or not an investment is one of the finest is much different than something that we could prove or disprove. Y'all agree with that? Who has problems with selling the stock that they think is overvalued? Why, Seth?
I think it goes against your personal belief on it if the investment's overvalued.
Okay. Autumn,
You're
why?
expecting that to grow over time, and if it's overvalued, it's probably going to keep.
All right. I'm coming back to you. Autumn?
I guess it just goes against my personal values to mislead somebody.
Okay. What about, let's say, Riley, that you are the boss of Autumn and Seth, all right? And they're saying they're not going to sell the stock that you've assigned them to sell because they don't really think it's a great deal.
As a boss, that's more just a problem with employees not doing their job. That's all it is.
So employees, what responsibility do y'all have to Riley or to the company, if any?
I'm going to try to sell it. I'm just going to try to not mislead people while I'm selling it.
Okay.
Be more honest.
Seth?
It has potential upside.
You're gonna maybe sell it in a different way, right? What if I ask you, I'm like, Seth, you've been my financial advisor for a long time. I trust you. I mean, would you buy this? What are you gonna tell me?
No, I would think that if making one sale is leading them wrong versus having a client for 20, 25 years.
Okay. You're playing the long game there. You'd rather be honest with the client. All right. Other thoughts on that? What do y'all think? You gonna tell me the truth, Drew? I trust you. What's your personal opinion? Or is there another way to answer it without giving your personal
I
opinion?
think it's just higher risk.
Okay.
Because then if something goes wrong, then you're screwed. You lose people who are investing.
Well, if you look me in the eye and tell me that this is a great investment and you personally vouch for it and all that, and then it turns out to be a scam, then you're not my financial advisor anymore, right? So it's what, like Seth was talking about, the long game. Riley.
Yeah, it's more transparency with just being like, personally, I believe it's a little bit overvalued, but that doesn't mean it's completely the wrong decision. It's more how you word it.
What if I said, so Riley, if I buy this, do you get any benefit from me buying it personally?
Yeah.
You going to tell me? Y'all all going to disclose that? Anybody not going to disclose that? Jada, tell me about it.
Disclose how much I'm making.
All right, none of my business.
Right, like if I make more than what you're gonna get out of it, you're gonna be looking at me like, "Where's my half?" And I'm not sharing my money, so no.
What if I'm like, well, I need to know if you're going to get any benefit from it because that affects my buying decision. Like, are there any promotional? Could you win a trip if you sold the most stock?
Okay, yeah, why would I tell you?
But are you lying? So how do you answer that? How would you answer that? If you say no, that's a lie, right?
Right.
If you say yes,
I tell half the truth. Knowing me, I would tell half the truth. I'd be, yeah.
all right, half the truth. What half truth are you telling?
Like, if you tell me if I sell this amount, I get to go to Hawaii, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'll probably make it seem like I'm going on a business trip or something. I'll tell you I'm going on a trip, but I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna be doing. Like, I'll let you know a little bit of the details, but no.
All right, Kelly is your customer. I think you got to go ahead, Garrett.
I wouldn't go into all the details. I would just say that the company does offer certain things for
Yeah.
Get too much personal.
All right. Maybe none of their business.
Don't get to anything.
Riley, you're the boss. Do you want them disclosing your bonus scheme or your bonus situation?
Not the details, but yeah, I don't know. Just saying like we are given certain stocks to kind of oversell a little bit. That's not terrible, but
If you let's say, Jada, that you've got a client who you know has won the lottery, the $1 billion lottery. Okay. Do you have more or less heartburn about pushing this stock on them if you think it's a shaky buy?
I think it would still be the same. I mean, why would you come in here trying to buy something if you didn't have the money in the first place? So
Okay.
you just having more money isn't going to change me trying to sell it to you. It's still my job.
All right. What if it was your grandmother who says, Jada, you know, I really want to support you. I want to buy some, I want to help you out. But, you know, I'm on a fixed income. I don't have much money. Are you going to be like, Nana, don't, no, you can't buy this stock, or are you going to sell it to Nana?
I probably would tell my grandmother, like, don't risk it trying to support me. I mean, I probably think I would tell anybody that they came and tell me they're just doing something for me. Save your money.
All right. What if she didn't say, I'm doing it for you? What if she's like, I've got some money and I want to buy some stock?
I would still tell her no. If she don't have it, don't do it.
But you didn't tell the lottery winner no.
That's not my grandmother.
So it depends then
It depends
on
the situation.
the situation, on the person, the way we feel about the person, right? Okay. All right, Leandre, let's see. I've got one for you. You sell laptops at an electronics store, and you notice that your competitor down the street offers the same laptop for $100 less. Later on, a customer buys that model from you, and you do not mention that it's cheaper across the street. Any problem with that?
No.
Anybody have a problem with that?
Why
No.
are you trying to tell your customers
What's your responsibility in that situation?
set up yourself?
Okay. All right. To your employer, right? Okay. Anybody feel differently about that? All right. Autumn says it depends. I like to hear that. What does it depend on?
Am I working on commission?
All right. Tell me why that would matter.
If I'm not working on commission, I'm gonna tell you there's a cheaper one down the street.
If you're not working on commission, you are going to tell them that. All right, Scarlett, you're the manager of the store. How do you feel about Autumn telling people they can get it cheaper, you know, down the street? Autumn's out of a job. Garrett says that you agree with that too? All right. Well, so it depends on whether we're the boss or not, right? We're the boss, then we feel differently. Anybody agree that if they're in Autumn's position and they're not getting a commission and it doesn't really matter and this is just a job they've got to make a paycheck here or there, not going to be there very long, they're just killing time, you're going to tell people that come in that you like, that seem nice, Leon, you're going to be like, hey.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie to you. You can get it cheaper down there.
So you would do that? What if Jada's Nana comes in and she's known you since you were a little boy and she's like, Leandre, I need a new laptop. You know I'm on a fixed income.
I'm getting commission.
All right, this is fascinating. You are on a commission. What are you telling Nana?
I'll be like, nah, I think I might sell it.
You would sell it to her? If you're not on a commission,
I would.
you would tell her to go get it somewhere else? All right. We're drawing some. I see where the lines are getting drawn. Seth.
It depends on the value of the laptop.
Okay.
50% cheaper across the road versus 10%.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it's $1,000 laptop, it's only 10% cheaper. But if it's
Okay.
a $300 laptop, it's a third.
How could you answer? So let's say Nana puts it to you straight. Cody, do you know if I can get this cheaper anywhere else?
What's my situation?
Let's say you are on commission.
Alright. I would say, there
be somewhere down the road, but I think that we have the best.
So you gotta add incentives to yours, so why is it better for you?
Well,
I was gonna say, I think ours are higher quality and will last longer.
okay. All right. Price is not always the only thing we're talking about, right? You could answer that question with, keep going, Keyshawn. Run with that. Oh, okay. You confused me when you put your hand up, so I apologize. No, you can do it. I just got to do better at reading your body language. So Cody's on to something. Could you answer that in a way that's not a lie, but that does still keep your conscience clean? Riley's nodding. What would you say?
It is going to be a little bit more expensive over here, but I firmly believe that our quality trumps other places. So it's more, are you going for something cheap or are you going for something that's going to last you longer?
Okay. You could talk about non-price factors, right? Like Nana, you need to think about service. You need to think about, like if you need it repaired, you need to think about some other things. That's a way to answer it. Scarlett.
Like, if there's a warranty on our laptops, I bring that up. Like, okay, like ours might be a little bit more expensive, but that's because we have like a 5-year warranty.
Okay. All right. So you might look at other ways to distinguish that. But there are a bunch of different interests, right? I mean, you have your interest as an employee. You have an interest in if you're compensated or not, if your compensation depends on sales. You have an interest in maintaining your own integrity and what you can live with, what you can look in the mirror and decide that you're okay with saying or not saying. You have an interest in maintaining credibility long term. You have an interest in your personal relationship with Nana, with Jada's Nana, that you've got to be able to feel good about that you're, the way you're handling that. So these interests do compete. They are competing interests. If you're the owner of the store, you want your salespeople selling laptops, right? You don't care about Leandre's relationship with Jada's Nana. But for Leandre, that's a real thing. All right, what about a friend gives you tickets to a concert, but you're scheduled to work. So you call in sick and you say, I'm not feeling well. I'm not going to be able to work today. Is that a lie? Can anybody make the argument that it's not a lie? How could you, let's play with the language again. I'm not feeling well. Can anybody turn that into a non-lie? You got tickets to it. Your friend said, I got tickets to a concert. So you call into work and say, I'm not feeling well. I can't come in today. Mm-hmm. Is there a way to make that not a lie? What about if in my own mind I'm thinking, I'm not feeling well because I'm going to have to miss this concert. I'm not feeling well because my friend has given me an impossible I'm not feeling well. I didn't say I was physically not feeling well or that I was sick. I just said I wasn't feeling well. Scarlett.
What if you just say, like, I have a really important event that I need to go to?
But is it important?
I would say
Okay.
It depends
Ooh.
on what classify as important.
Well, so we're getting there is what other things we could say. If we say I'm not feeling well, the general consensus from you I got was that was a lie. Yes, Rebecca. Same. You can't do them both. Yep. You got to skip work to go to the concert. No, there's no way around it. All right, Ms. Miles.
To say that it's not a lie, you could say I'm not feeling well to go to work. Like I don't mind going to the concert. I don't feeling good.
Right. Okay. We can play games with the language. So let's move to the next question. Is it wrong?
Yeah.
No. Why not, Keyshawn?
It depends on what you buy.
But you said, I thought you told me it was a lie, but it's not wrong.
It depends on. I never said it could be.
All right. Is it wrong? I mean, I'm just drumming up discussion when I push you, so I'm not challenging anybody personally. Cody.
You got work. This is how I'm looking at it. I'm going to be working basically the rest of my life until I can retire, which is going to be tough.
Well, when you,
Take the once in a lifetime.
what are you going to remember more? That night at, your shift at Chick-fil-A or the concert with your friend?
I think I'm going to remember the concert at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. I mean, we were. It was a lot easier when the question was, "Is it a lie?" than "Is it wrong?" Hinkle.
If you're hourly, it's it's gonna be slow. You're not gonna be doing much. You're really saving time.
Okay. Oh, I'm doing y'all a favor. This is win-win, right? It's gonna be a slow night, Autumn.
I do think it's wrong, but I've done wrong things before, so it'll be fine.
Oh, I mean, I can 100% say that I would probably lie and go to the concert all day long. Garrett.
Yes, exactly wrong. I think there's a whole factor is like where you at in the company. Is it something where you're very trusted and this one thing?
Ooh.
Or is it something where you have a lot of mess ups and okay, then you gotta lay around.
Does anybody's answer change if I tell you that do y'all remember that concert that recently where that lady was busted? Or no, the guy was busted. Yes, at the Coldplay concert, and that completely blew up his whole marriage and everything. If I told you that was 100% going to happen to you, does that change your decision at all? Yes. So it depends on whether or not we're going to get found out or not, right? Riley.
It also depends on factors like what if they're understaffed or what if there's another coworker that has to call out for more important reasons.
Okay. Oh, yeah. What if you went to the concert and your coworker's baby is sick and your boss is like, sorry, Riley already called out sick. So that might depend on that. Scarlett.
Like, where do you work?
Where do you work?
Like, cause like if it's like, if you're like
Davion said he's going to the concert no matter what.
But like there's a difference between like if you're just like a minimum wage worker and if you're like a surgeon or something.
Okay. So if you're an ICU nurse at a children's cancer hospital, right? And you can't leave then. You said you're going no matter what.
No, but I'm thinking your job allows you to leave. If you're a nurse, you're gonna get like PTO and sick days. Like you're gonna get a certain amount of.
Yeah, but this is last minute.
That's cool. You still gonna have the sick day to put in.
And you just say, I'm taking a sick day today?
Yeah, if that's what you really want to do.
So you would feel better about that than.
But if I was an ICU nurse, I wouldn't go to a concert like last minute. I would go ahead. I would already have it planned out.
So
it's like you already got the money and everything. If you really wanted to go to that concert.
But if it was just a shift at Chick-fil-A,
I'm leaving.
you're leaving. Yeah.
If it's a normal desk job and I'm still an hour salary person, I'm leaving.
All right. So Scar, that was your question. Does it matter to you?
Like, cause like, if I'm just like a minimum wage worker at like Chick-fil-A, I wouldn't care and I'd take the sick day off. But if I had like an important job that was like the IQ nurse or something, then like I'm not.
Then you're not going to do it. Does it, Davion? I'm coming to Carrot, but does it depend on the friend that invited you? Does it
100%.
Does it depend on how good looking she is? It doesn't.
Because I was thinking you were talking about like my male friend invited me to like.
Oh, I just changed it on you. There you go.
Well, even if it's a girl, I was gonna go regardless.
You're going regard. Okay. All right. Garrett.
Okay, so firstly, this is what I'm doing. So I do work at Chick-fil-A. If that was that scenario, if I'm friends with my boss, I'm gonna see what's happening tonight. Are we overstaffed? Are we very understaffed? If we're very overstaffed, and I know there's a good chance people get sent home. I'm not gonna call out. I'm just gonna tell them the scenario and be like,
Hey man, I got invited to this concert.
home, or you know what I mean?
Which Chick-fil-A do you work at?
And James and the other guy. All four of us.
Oh, we got 4 people at the same restaurant.
Yeah.
All right. So are you going to go back today and be like, hey, we need to keep an eye on? Oh, that is an awesome dynamic. So you hold on a second. You answered that. What did you answer? That you were going to lie?
He works in different sections, so I'm not worried about. There's people that are over me. He's not in the same thing. So, but
you're going to that concert, right?
100%.
Remember Beyonce? She called out sick, but then we found an Instagram post of her at the beach.
Wait, Beyonce?
No, it's a girl that's named Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
It's not like the Beyonce.
Okay, all right. She called out sick, and then you busted her on social media at the beach. What happened?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I'm talking to see.
Was that your decision?
No, I didn't find the video.
Okay.
But I'm only talking to people I'm friends with.
No, but did you fire? Did you like? Okay. All right. But so you're gonna feel.
I'm gonna
feel the situation out. All right, Davion. What if your boss was in the room? Yeah, like that's what happened to Kelly over here. The boss is here.
He's still saying he's going to the concert, and I'm still going to the concert. At the end of the day, I don't it's business. Why are you adding people from your work on social media? You shouldn't even be mixing
That's on you, right?
I've had multiple jobs, and until I quit this place,
Yep.
there's no person that has my social media at that point.
All right.
My phone number, but like Instagram or anything.
We woke Davion up today. He is present and accounted for. I like it. Let's move on to let's go to I'm skipping. We'll come back to some other ones, but let's go to number 11. Your company sells bottled water. To save costs, bottles are made with cheaper plastic that many cities cannot recycle. You're asked to promote the product as eco-friendly because it uses less plastic. How you feel about that? Not as much fun when it's not personal, right? We're not. Go ahead. So, Ms. Miles.
I would say it's a lie because you might actually sell it to somebody that actually is like serious about recycling, and they can be like, "Oh, this isn't recycling right. I'm gonna sue this company." So.
All right, Davion, is that a lie? Yeah. Your company is selling plastic water bottles, and it's made with cheaper plastic that some cities can't recycle. And you're asked to promote it as being eco-friendly because it uses less plastic.
Is it really a lot of? I'm really trying to think.
No, I love that he's thinking about what it depends on.
Because it's less plastic, so technically it is eco-friendly.
Okay.
But other states can't.
What exactly is eco-friendly, right? I mean, in one sense it could be. Depends on the question that you're asked, right, Seth?
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on what the other material is. If it's really biodegradable, and then it kind of offsets the not being able to recycle as much.
Okay. So Autumn's like, isn't bad either way, right? Yes.
So it's eco-friendly, or it's recyclable in some states, right?
Yeah, I think it did what it said, some cities, right?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can specify in these certain cities.
It depends on what city you're in. If you're in this city, it's very eco-friendly. If you're in another city, not so much.
Well, if it's like South Dakota, they can't recycle it, but New York, LA, Atlanta, everywhere else can.
Okay. All right. I like those. Let's take another one. You're a fitness influencer. A supplement company pays you to promote a powder. You don't really think it works, but your post says, this product changed my workouts. Highly recommend. That's a lie? That's a lie? Keyshawn, that's a lie? That's a lie. Who says it's not a lie? Ah, Davis, talk to me. It says it changed my workout, right? That may not be a lie. But when you put the highly recommend on the end, yeah. So you feel Yes, Garrett.
So it says right here, you don't believe it works. So it's like obviously lying. There's other ways to promote
Okay.
yourself to like your workout. You can just promote other people's experiences. So
Okay. Does it matter if you are a follower of the influencer? Do you want to know whether or not they're getting a commission for making the sale, or does that matter to you? You do? It matters to you?
Right.
Why doesn't it matter? Why do you say no?
Why does it affect y'all? If they're making commission enough?
I just care about the product. I don't care about what that is.
Yeah.
But do you trust what they're saying less if you know they're getting a commission?
It depends on how often it is. It's like a lot of them like will do constant paid promotion. It's like, okay, you gotta be buying.
Credibility. So like if it's somebody you followed and they do it once a year, then you might think they must really like this product.
Yeah.
If they're pushing something every day, then you're less likely to. Okay, that's a really good point. What about though if it's if I see a celebrity, let's say that Taylor Swift is promoting a workout powder on a television commercial. Do I hold that to a different standard than an influencer that is promoting a powder on Instagram? Who said yes? Riley, why yes?
Well, I don't know, more for different reasons.
Okay.
What does Taylor Swift know about?
All right, so let's change it to who would be a well-known fitness person that might do it on TV.
Let's just say LeBron.
LeBron is on TV. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You feel differently than if Taylor Swift is pushing it?
100%. And the difference is, I know LeBron has freak genetic athlete, like his genes aren't normal. So it doesn't even matter about the powder. But it's the fact that he's an actual athlete. It's like, okay, he might not be lying. Taylor Swift is lying.
Interesting. All right, anybody want to push back on that?
I've
Cody.
seen a lot of athletes who, I mean, half of them are just doing the commercial for the money, for being honest. And they probably haven't even tested this product.
When we see people promoting or endorsing things, does that have any, do you take that with a grain of salt at all?
Yeah,
Somewhat?
LeBron has so much money. Why would he be
Oh,
promoting it?
there we go.
Actually believe it.
That might be credible. LeBron, why would LeBron put his name out there on something? He doesn't need to do it just for the money. Yes, Seth. Oh, sorry.
What you were saying, though, LeBron is such a freak athlete, it doesn't really matter.
Cody.
I was gonna say, like, what about Nick Saban and Dion on Aflac commercials? Like, they got enough money, but they're still doing something. They're still on something.
Saban's on every commercial these days, and you know he's got enough. That's a good point. Do you think he's doing it for the money or because he really believes in Aflac? Or both?
He's probably getting even better. He's probably getting something. I don't.
Do you think that Nick Saban would go on TV and promote something that he didn't believe in?
I don't.
Can you think of athletes that would? That if you saw somebody promoting something, you'd be like, they're just doing it for the money. Garrett.
Shaq is one of them.
Shaq? Okay, well, all right, let's talk about that.
But Shaq is also, I don't think Shaq's a liar because he says like he does the stuff for money. So if you listen to Shaq.
Okay. If you know Shaq and his deal, you're like,
Shaq is also very for the community.
Yes, for sure.
okay. All right. Garrett, I skipped you a minute ago. Did that?
Well, I was kind of bouncing off what he said because like Dion and Saban have nothing to do with it. They're nothing about Aflac and really the details of it, but it's their influence and their picture. So it's really in that aspect. If you looking like that, I guess it wouldn't really matter to us if it's an athlete or not, because it's how much he influences people are going to see her and then people are going to see that product. So
People will follow some people no matter what they do. I mean, like you could be selling.
Which is insane because like Nick Saban is what makes people get life insurance.
Right. And what are you even serious about life insurance, right? Right. That's a good point, Davion. I like that. What about your boss says there won't be raises this year, but asks you not to tell anybody? And she instructs you, if anyone asks, just say you don't know. So your coworker asks you, Maria, do you know if we're getting raises this year? All right, your boss is telling you because you're the chief financial officer and we've got to plan cash flow for the last 3 months of the year. And it is key to your job. But you think that depends on that, David? So what if, I don't mean to cut you off. What if you're not the CFO and it's not something that you even need to know?
Yeah,
But they've told you that.
If you just told me out of the kindness of his heart, I think I would just like tell it.
You'd be more inclined to tell.
But it had nothing to do with what I do.
What if it had everything to do with your job? You say okay? All right, I didn't mean to
That's fine.
cheat you.
I'll tell the truth.
You'd tell the truth and say what? We're not getting it.
Yes.
What if you were the CFO though, and like, or does it matter what your job is?
I don't think it matters. I would just be straightforward with what's going on with the company.
Okay. Could you answer that in a way where you're not lying?
I don't know, but I wouldn't bet on it. Wouldn't bet
Oh,
on
that would be the answer. I don't know, but I wouldn't bet on it. Well, Autumn, that's interesting. All right, what do you know for sure? What do you for sure know?
There's no raise.
What he told you, right?
Can say that I was told that, but I don't know.
But you don't know. You don't know whether anybody's getting them, but you know you were told they weren't, right? Does it matter if it's a coworker that you don't like? Does that change your answer to them or not? You still would?
Nah, if my boss told me not to say something, and it's somebody I don't like, I'm like, nah.
You're not going to tell them? I'll probably not tell them the person I don't like either. That reflects poorly on me as a person, but I'm just telling you my instinct is that I would be like, I don't know. What if Davis, it is your twin brother who's also an employee, and he's like, hey man, have you heard anything about raises? You're absolutely telling your twin brother? Anybody, Drew?
I feel like when you lie, you gotta have like a good reason or a good motive to lie. So like if you're gonna lie about that, then what are you getting out of that?
Okay. What if your job's on the line? Like your boss is like, I asked you not to tell anybody. Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I wouldn't lie because there's nothing to gain.
Nothing to gain. So what would?
I mean, what your coworker's gonna be like? Oh, thanks. That's it.
So what would you say?
I would say I wouldn't tell anyone.
You would say, I know, but I can't tell.
I mean, I would. Yeah, I would just say I don't know.
But you do know. Or
Right.
do you
So
know?
I'm saying there's no good reason to lie.
Oh.
Because
No, but you are lying. Like by saying you don't know, you're lying.
Well,
just lie.
Like,
You have the good
we're
reason.
playing in the
You can
gray.
lie.
We're playing in the gray.
It's not even gray. It's because if they go back, listen. This is a scenario. You tell them, no. You tell one person, no, we're not getting bonuses this year. They go back and tell 3 more people. The boss find out. He only told you you're getting fired.
no, I meant like there's no like lying to your boss, not lying to your coworkers.
I'm not sure I follow.
Yeah, I'm not sure I follow you.
That's all right.
No,
We've
it's
confused
because
ourselves.
now I'm like overthinking it.
Yeah, no, I
I knew what I meant at first, but now I'm like
Kelly.
Now
That my boss told me to do that. My job from mine. My boss told me to say I don't know. And I'm not really lying. Yeah, I do know, but if they really cared that much, they would find out more. And I think he said, well, you almost like I know, but I can't say right now.
That's not a lie.
Yeah, that's not a lie.
Definitely not a lie. But I'm going to give Garrett props for answering these types of questions with his boss physically present. So that is, none of us are under that kind of pressure.
Well, the thing about this scenario too is either way you're lying. Like if you tell them you're lying, if you tell your coworkers, then you're lying to your boss. But if you follow your boss, then you're lying to your coworkers.
What if you
So you're
say?
saying there's no point in lying to your boss?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Ah, okay. What if you said, Drew, I do know, but I've been told I can't say.
I won't even tell them that much.
Yeah, I just don't see the value.
If I was a CFO, I'd say I can't disclose that information right now. That'd be the most I'd say. And then, but if I'm a normal
I
person,
can't disclose that
even
information.
if
That's not a lie.
If I'm a normal person at the job
Mhm.
and they come up to me, I'm going to lie and be like, I don't know. Why you asking me? That's not even my job.
Okay. So it depends on who's asking. It depends on your job. Depends on a lot of things. Goes back to what Drew told us at the very beginning of the class, that it does depend. Davion, what it took us doing ethics to get you all fired? I mean, like what?
I don't know, man. I'm retired.
You retired. You know what you've done now. I'm going to be calling on you for the whole rest of the semester now. I know where to come over here to have a strong opinion over here in the corner. Did y'all know Davion had all this in him? All right, let's do another one. Let's do a state health inspector visits your restaurant, asks to see your safety records. You show most of them, but leave out records that reflect poorly on your practices. Anybody have a problem with that? I saw Garrett goes, whoa. Well, that's where I'm headed. I'm wandering over to Mr. Allen. Do y'all get safety? Y'all get inspections?
From the city of Georgia and also corporate sends down.
Surprise inspections? So are you holding back? Are you cherry picking the information you give? You're giving them whatever it is they ask for? Because why?
Because they care. Obviously, they're paying this outside corporation to come and do their inspection.
Oh, you're talking about the corporate people. What about the city? The health inspector. They're getting everything too? Because why?
Because we pride ourselves on high health scores.
Okay. I can't help but think about answering that question from the perspective of Chick-fil-A and knowing what they stand for and some of those things.
You're not being honest, and you're taking everything that Chick-fil-A is, because you're lying. And then guys found out that you're doing that. So.
But what if Austin came in later and was like, Garrett, you didn't show him the whatever report, did you? And you're like, no, man, I held that back. And he's like, yes, good job. You know? How do you feel about it? Do you like working there now?
It depends, like, how good a job. Like,
You make $300,000 a year. So does that make you more or less likely to bend rules?
Well, I feel like
Jada, you got your hand up, or are you disgusted with me? Go ahead.
I'm telling, I'm sorry, like that's just nasty. Like every time I think of like restaurants hiding certain like health violations, like why do you want? Like,
But you're the restaurant this time.
I don't care. Like if I work for you and I'm working in a place where I'm seeing roaches flying around every 2 seconds, I'm not hiding.
So you're looking out for the public.
Yes.
You want health scores to mean something.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know if y'all saw this video, but it was like a video on TikTok like a few months ago. This girl who went to this restaurant and there were teeth, like literal animal teeth in her food, and she got really sick and she sued them. Like that is.
Oh, that's.
That. And then like when she went back to them, they were just like, "Oh, do you want a new plate?" Like it wasn't concerning.
So
that's nasty.
What if the person was like, "We didn't put that there"?
I got it from you. I have evidence. I'm gonna be looking for cameras and everything, receipts.
So that's a good. Okay, so we've got a lawsuit on our hands now, right? Okay, yeah. And so she brings up a good point, though. We get it, if a lawsuit is all of a sudden involved, then people are going to start having to talk under oath, right? Mr. Kelly, did you give us all the records when we came, or did you hold some back? Seth.
Record, that's in the past. We're good now. That's in the past. And is the 300 before or after taxes? Because that determines
But the records show what kind of restaurant you are.
Yeah, but that's the past part of new management now. We cleaned it up.
The records
Well,
could be like
We're getting
last
straight
week.
money.
but I mean, if you're making $12 an hour,
Well, that's not my responsibility because I know that people hiring me, and I just.
you're giving I mean, it's not your deal.
But if I'm the top one.
All right. So it depends on whether or not your ass is on the line. Okay. So you're less likely to, if you're the man, like it's on you, y'all fail this inspection and it's your job, then are you less likely to give the handover everything or not? We've really put Kelly
I
on the
would be
spot today,
less
haven't we?
likely, but I mean, if I know there's like legal stuff, if there's gonna be, I feel like I'd be saving myself a whole lot more than for just giving them stuff.
I feel like that is a very honest answer. I would feel less, I would have a harder time. This is me speaking now. I would have a harder time deciding what to do if it was my job on the line, if the consequences were higher for me. I would like to think that I would still make the right decision, but it would be harder. But you're right. Like if it's not my butt on the line, and I didn't do any of it, and I'm not having any consequences. I'm giving them everything. Right? Why should I risk my integrity and job for nothing? Keyshawn, did you have something? Okay. All right. One more question then before we stop. When we talk about say the sales context, how much do we expect that salesperson is playing up or speaking in sales talk? I mean, do we go into certain place? Do you go into a car dealership and you're like, all right, I'm not going to believe most of the stuff this person is selling me or telling me? Anybody feel like that at all? All right. I see some nodding, some yeses. So we do sort of just consciously, not subconsciously, but consciously, we expect salespeople to maybe not have our best interest in mind. How much do we, if we're salespeople, then how much responsibility do we put on the consumer? Like, we're all salespeople for a second. This laptop's cheaper somewhere else. The internet's it's in your hand. Run a Google search. I mean, you figure it out, right? I think there's some of that can be in play as well. All right. Does Garrett still have a job? I hope he does. I hope he does. He has been. Oh, Jace could have fired you? I'm going to have to get Jace to watch the video then. I know. I commend you for, I think you've been very honest in all y'all have, and it makes for a good discussion. So that's all I had for today. The fruit of the week is strawberry. Everybody got that? Strawberry. It's on your test. You have a quiz due Monday, 10 questions. You need to make sure you know the animal of the week and the color of the week. And your personal code of ethics is due Monday night. All right, I'll see y'all next week.